My name is Kevin Bock, and I'm the Tuba euphonium professor here at Grand Canyon University. And I'd like to say, as a teacher, I like to focus on the bad things, which is breathing, articulation, and dynamics. And I find that this year's set of etudes really emphasizes all three of those major points. And I would say that you need to focus on those to get better as a musician, and especially to learn these etudes. For etude number one, I'm going to focus on three things, and each thing is a separate line. So for the first line, I want to really focus on accents and note lengths, making sure my staccatos are very different from my regular notes, and then especially my accented notes. For the second line, I'm going to make a big emphasis on breathing. You could hear when I play this that I really am doing my best to try to breathe outside of the slurs. And on the third line, making sure that the dynamics are very clearly delineated because we have all four of them and in quick succession. For etude number two, I'd like to make sure of one thing at the very beginning, which is start with a full sound. Don't play it too soft. It is marked mezzo forte. I find that oftentimes this etude is played too soft and then it doesn't leave much room for dynamic contrast at the softer dynamics. I'd also like to bring to your attention what you do with the tenutos. You have to do something, and given that this is a lyrical etude in general, most of your notes are going to be full or maximum length to begin with. What I've done basically is make them a soft consonant accent with a da. But if you hear when I play, they're a little bit louder than the notes around them. And the other thing to really focus on in this one, the trickiest part, is the slurs and the breathing. So I made a big emphasis on an effort to breathe after the slurs when I played it for you. I don't think it is the end of the world if you need to break one of those slurs for a good breath that will then lead to a better phrase afterwards. But if you're able to do it without having to break any of the slurs, I would do it. Etude number three presents many different challenges. The first among them being that there are 6 different articulations. We have unmarked notes, we have tenuto notes, we have staccato notes, we have accented notes, we have accented with tenuto notes, and as well as a rooftop marcato accent, and then there are slurs on top of that. Those are a variety of different things that we have to make sure that we have very distinct articulations and note lengths for. Especially make sure that you are slurring in and out of the correct number of notes. Don't slur into any extra notes. Add on top of this all of the dynamic changes, and number 3 is quite a challenge. Work it very slowly, get all of the details before you start to add speed. For etude number 4, style is a big decision. You need to decide how you want to shape your notes and if you want to have them taper or if they're going to be blocks. On top of that, we have a lot of fast, slurred, smooth passages. Cleanliness is the key. Don't go too fast before you can play it cleanly, otherwise those notes will not come out clear at tempo. Etude number 5 is all about pacing, whether it be your air, your dynamics, or also the tempo changes in the stringendo and the ritardando. Make sure that you're playing this nice and clear and smooth. Also, just like the other previous etude number 2, do not start too soft so that you still have places to go.